to Real World AIP, the YouTube channel dedicated to helping you implement the autoimmune protocol. But you'll probably find something helpful here if you're just into clean eating and whole foods in general. I'm Stacy, and today I am going to be making something more along the dessert lines, which is rare for me. I very rarely make hyper palatable foods because, well, they're hyper palatable. But there's a pear tree in the backyard. A pear tree! Like, look at that. Like, there's just glorious, free, organic, local fruit hanging off of this tree, begging for me to do something with it. Look at this beautiful bowl. I mean, they look like the pears you get in the store. I don't work with a lot of flours because I don't do well with cassava or arrowroot or the tapioca starch. So I do okay with Tigernuts, so I decided to use those. And for all of you that have bought whole Tigernuts and tried to eat them and almost broke a tooth and didn't know what the heck to do with them, so I found a way to use them, to bake with them, to turn the whole Tigernuts into like something that acts as a Tigernut flour, but not having to break my blender doing it. Basically, what I've done here is I've taken 6 ounces of Tigernuts and soaked them in 12 ounces, so 1 part in weight, 1 part Tigernut, 2 parts liquid, and I soaked them for like 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. You can soak them for 2 days, but 6 to 8 hours is enough. Then you can more easily puree them without breaking your blender, and this makes a batter that you can pour over things like pears and make a dessert bake. So let me show you how I put that all together. So first things first, I'm just gonna get these. I'm not gonna peel them. I'm just gonna, ooh, I'm not gonna use that one. Just going to core these. And I'm gonna chop them. You can use a food processor and make nice super thin slices, but this works just fine too. And I'm all chopped up like that. So that's 2.5 pounds. I'm just gonna lightly grease a rectangular, you can do square, baking dish. That's just a little liquid coconut oil. Before we put these in here, I'm gonna season them up. So I'm gonna put these in a bigger bowl so I can get them all mixed up. I like to put a tiny dash of salt on my sweet stuff because it actually helps accentuate the sweetness. This is wild vanilla powder. I'll link to where I got that in the description. And just a bunch of Ceylon cinnamon. And if I had to measure, I would say I used like a teaspoon of this. And also I'm gonna add a little fresh lemon zest to give it a nice bright flavor. You could also add fresh ginger right here, like maybe a 1-inch piece of ginger root minced up. That would be yummy. And I'm just gonna get this all mixed in. You could add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup or honey here, but I feel like it's easier to just add it at the end to taste. That way you have the option of having it less sweet. And then we just have to make our topping. So I'm gonna put that 6 ounces of Tigernut with 12 ounces of water all in there. Don't drain it, you need that water in there. Then I'm gonna put a bunch of cinnamon. Again, I would say if you're measuring it, do a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half. A little dash of salt there and some more of that wild vanilla powder. And here, you could add a couple tablespoons of honey or maple syrup too. You wanna blend this up really, really good. Scrape down the sides, make sure you get it all. And you want to spread that and get it down into the cracks of the pears. You don't want it all heaped on the top. You want to get it in there. This would work lovely with some apples or a combination. And then I'm just going to pop this into my preheated oven at 425. It's going to go for 35 minutes. And I like to put a little sprinkle of cinnamon on top for good measure. Whoa! No, that's not a sprinkle, is it? That's a sprinkle. Alright, I actually let this cool. I had my mom come over, so this is totally cool now. Perfect. So you can see underneath. Oh, look at that. You can see how that seeped into all the cracks and crevices. You can just see how yummy it is. If you want it a little sweeter, I suggest drizzling the maple syrup or the honey over this bottom half and then dig it in there. Yum! It's like a perfect cake-like texture. Just a heads up, the version I'm making does not have added sweetener, and it is not sweet. It's kind of like, you could probably have it next to a pork chop. But if you add a 1/4 cup of maple syrup or honey to this recipe, it is amazing, it's perfect, it's sweet, it's dessert, and it's delicious. You can always add it later too, so if you want to bake it without the maple syrup or honey and then taste it and just see, do you need added sugar, or is it, I think it's fabulous like it is. Or, you know, how much you can just drizzle a little bit on, so you maybe go a little lighter than you would if you dumped a whole bunch in when you're cooking it. Either way, my recipe's not sweet, but you can make it sweet, and it's amazing either way. If you don't have whole tiger nuts, if you only have tiger nut flour, I'm using Tigernut's USA brand, and they have way more fiber in their tiger nut flour than like the Anthony's. So I don't know if it's going to work with another brand. I'm sure it can't possibly go that wrong, but I'm using Tigernut's USA, and I'm using them because they had the best price. I look at price per pound or per, you know, price per ounce or whatever, and I not, you know, who has the cheapest bag, but who has the cheapest price per pound. And I got the free shipping deal on Tigernut's USA. I spent $50. I got like a couple pounds of flour, a couple pounds of tiger nuts, and I even got some like sliced, which are great. And they had the best price overall. Anyway, I'll link below to where you can get them. If you're a big tiger nut fan like I am, I freaking love tiger nuts. And by the way, if you do want to eat them like a snack and just chew and eat them like, you know, peanuts, just get them peeled. The peeled tiger nuts, you could eat like a normal regular nut. And they're not nuts, they're tubers, but you could eat them like you would, like almonds or something, the peeled ones. These unpeeled babies are a great source of fiber though. I like having the extra fiber. I think that's one of the best parts of them, so I don't get them peeled, but yeah, as a snack, they're probably better peeled. If you want to use tiger nut flour instead, you could do the same weight. You could do 6 ounces of the tiger nut flour and 12 ounces of liquid. And I say liquid because if you really wanted to make this, you know, super rich and ultra, you could use coconut milk instead of water. But I'm just using water and it's fine, it's great, whatever. So if you try this, let me know how you liked it. Anyway, check me out on Patreon. There's a link there down there too for that. And basically on Patreon, every time I go to the grocery store, I post clips of what I bought, and I'll ramble on about what I'm gonna make and why I bought it. And that's free to vote. So you don't have to be a patron to view those. And $2 and up patrons get an exclusive recipe tutorial once a month and access to all previous recipe tutorials. And there's a whole bunch of them up there. Everything from, I don't even know, mustard, sheet pan salmon, like spread English muffins. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your pear bake, your pear delight. I haven't named it yet at this time, but whatever the heck it says up there in the title. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you soon, and until then, be healthy.